Good morning. I'm Thomas Buchanan. I'm on a water fast. This is week 4, day 5. It is July the 7th, 2023. And I was pleased to step on the scales this morning and see that I touched 225.0. So I'm down about 2.5 pounds in one day. Now, the reason why you don't really hear a lot of excitement in my voice is my body is just flushing out the 5 or 10 gallons of water that I drank this past week and being outside in the 120-degree heat. It's not like I went and bought a extra large pizza. I haven't cheated in that way. I did exceed my upper limits. I said, and I tell you all every day, you're allowed 3 8 to 12 ounce glasses of water a day, starting on calendar day 8 of your water fast. Well, when you drink 5 or 10 gallons of water and just to survive the heat outside, water impacts your body. I did have a viewer, Jeff, he asked a very good question. He said, well, why don't you just pee it out that day? The body doesn't work like that. So let's say I consumed 10 gallons of water this past week. And trying to stay hydrated and working outside, your body just doesn't pee the liquids out the day that you consume the liquids. I don't know why. I don't have any medical expertise in this area, but I can tell you just based on I track my weight as you do every day. Just based on tracking my weight, I touched 225.0 this morning. I'm down probably close to 10 pounds in a week or two. That's abnormal for even me that's been water fasting for 3+ years. So clearly what I did was I discharged the liquids, the water that I had been drinking over 3, 4, 5 days. Now, Alice asked a good question too. She's like, well, okay, are you going to bounce up? I wouldn't be surprised to see next week me bounce up to 252 or 253 or something. I mean, weight is just like the stock market. It doesn't go straight up. It doesn't go straight down. Your weight is the same way. You don't lose 10 pounds without your body trying to, bounce up a little bit. I don't know if that'll be 1/8 of a pound or 1/4 pound up or 3 pounds up. I fully expect to bounce up next week. I mean, don't get me wrong, 225 is great. I had a viewer ask me about the color of your pee. I've looked at the color charts of that the medical profession has on your pee color, and I pretty much take them with a grain of salt. If you Google pee charts, you can pull some up and take a look at them. Let me get into the questions. I only have 2 questions today, Can water fasting help with reducing the risk of cancer? Anything that you do that'll help your body function uh, at an improved rate uh, has to help. Now, will it directly cure cancer? No. Will it directly slow cancer down? I sort of doubt it. Okay. Cancer is a very mean and vicious disease. Will you see some positive side effects from water fasting if you've got cancer? I would assume so. I mean, it's not going to make the cancer go away, but I would hope that you would see, I would think that you would see some benefits. They may be ever so small, but if you're sitting there with cancer, you basically have a death sentence. It doesn't matter whether you've got 6 months or 10 years to live. I mean, cancer shortens your life. So anything that you can do to live longer and improve the quality of your health, i.e., losing weight by water fasting, you should try. The other question that I had was, how does water fasting affect the brain? Well, let me tell you. The first week, you will be having some headaches. Your head will hurt like it's never hurt before. And that's because your brain expects those 2, 3, 4, 6 cups of coffee in the mornings because it expects that caffeine in the morning. And when it doesn't get the caffeine in the morning, it lets you know it's not happy. You will have massive headaches. You will think your head is going to explode. You will get through it. It's not easy. Anything that's good for you is not easy. So, yeah, but in the end, it will have a positive impact on the brain. Water fasting will. I've had people report to me they can think clearer, be more alert. So water fasting does have a positive impact on the brain. Do let me hear from you. If you like my channel, click the like button, click the subscribe. I'm not trying for 1 million viewers, but what would mean more to me is if you would copy a link to my channel and send it to your fat, obese friends. It's important that they see someone on a daily basis lose the weight and keep it off. I'm at 225.0. I mean, I'm almost at 224. That's great. I started at 315 pounds. Even my doctor this week, he's like, "Oh, so you water fast? Well, what do you eat when you I'm like, "Doc, no, you don't get it." I said, "For the first 7 days, nothing shall pass across your lips." And he's like, "Not even water?" And I said, "No." And I said, "By the way, on the 8th calendar day until you reach your goal weight, you're only allowed 3 glasses of water, 8 to 12 ounce glasses of water a day." He was shocked. He was amazed. And he's like, "Well, what do you eat?" And I said, "You don't eat. It's a water fast." I love it. So, even the medical profession's starting to take note. And he's like, "Well, what about intermittent fasting?" I said, Intermittent fasting, if you're 25 years old, female trying to fit into your wedding dress, and you've got 1.5 pounds to lose, intermittent fasting's great because it'll take off a pound or two. But I said the difference between intermittent fasting and fasting is intermittent fasting, you never really go into ketosis. In water fasting, you force your body into ketosis. Well, what is ketosis, you ask? You force your body to say, hey, I've got to keep this person alive. I've got to find something to burn for energy. I'm going to start burning the fat around his or her waist, buttocks, and thighs. And that's truly on a water fast when you start to lose pounds and inches around your waist. And I said, that's the difference between intermittent fasting and fasting. You never really go into ketosis. And I said, by the way, ketosis happens on a water fast about somewhere in the day 4 to day 6 range. And you could tell he was impressed. I mean, I do my homework, folks. I've tried it all. I've tried Jenny Craig. I tried Nutrisystem. I even spent thousands of dollars on Ideal Protein, which is, you buy the little prepackaged foods and you eat those. I mean, my doctor recommended Ideal Protein. And I lost weight and I gained it all back and more. On a water fast, I show you on a daily basis how you can lose the weight. And then when you flip to maintenance, I show you. We learn together. We teach each other how to keep the weight off. But just as I said earlier in this week, it takes a behavioral change. Because if you think you're going to go on a water fast and lose the weight and reach your goal, you will. But if you don't change the way you eat and what you eat and why you eat and where you eat and when you eat, you will gain all that weight back. And I dare say you'll gain more. So it's kind of fun to talk to my doc. I like my doc. I don't see him near as often, but you can tell he's impressed. I mean, I even impressed myself. Last day of the week, I'm at 225.0. If you had told me Monday of this week I would touch 225.0, I would say not a chance. Because generally, I'm an acute diabetic, so I lose an eighth of a pound a day. If I'm really lucky, I'll lose a quarter pound a day for 4 or 5 days. So, but that's my quick status update. It wasn't that quick, but sometimes I ramble on and on. Let me see if I have any other questions. Nope. So I always like to end my show, or I try to every day, with a saying. People enjoy my sayings that I've collected over the years. Use it up. Wear it out. Make it do, or do without. Think about it. Use it up. Wear it out. Make it do, or do without. Have a great weekend. For you folks on maintenance, keep up the good work. You're doing great. For those of you on a water fast, we're doing good. 225.0 for me today. For those of you who are channel surfing on YouTube, fat as a pig, try water fasting. And don't tell me you can't afford it. I challenge you. 4 weeks on a water fast, and then come back and tell me it doesn't work. Make it a great weekend. Stay healthy, stay happy, and I'll see you on Monday.